Hi everybody! Welcome back to Tracy Try Stuff. Today I'm going to be trying the makeup that I got from Temu. I did not order like a full face of makeup, and I am not a makeup guru, so I'm just going to try the makeup. It's not going to be a full face. There's no foundation, there's no highlighter or contour or blush, not any of that. It's lipsticks, lip glosses, lip tint. I think there's an eyeshadow in there, and then eyeliner. But that should give you an idea of like real swatches, because I suck at doing the swatches on my hand. So without further ado, let's just get into it. As I said, I am not a makeup guru, so if I am putting things on wrong, go ahead and leave me comments letting me know better ways to do it. If you could be kind, I would appreciate it, because I just do what I think is the correct thing. But like, for instance, this tricolor primer here, I do not know how to put this on, so I'm going to use the Beauty Blender sponge thingy, and I'm just going to use that to put it on. I don't know if this is supposed to be used with a brush or what, so you'll have to excuse me if I have trouble seeing, because quite frankly I am blind without my glasses. So okay, so that's what it looks like. Can't really see. Well, that might be too much, but there you go. That's what it looks like. Oh, hold on. That feels, well, it feels a little wet, but alright. So I don't know if this is correct, but I do have a mirror, so... Oh, shoot. I did not take off. I did not take off my makeup. Okay. I don't have makeup wipes either. Probably something you can buy on Temu, but I don't have them, so I am just going to use, because the eyeshadow I am wearing is not very dark, so it should come off pretty easily. And the same thing with my lipstick. Let me see. Let's see, a little bit more. And I'm not putting primer on my eyes. Wow, that actually left quite like a pink stain on my eyes. I did not expect that, because it didn't seem like it was that dark, so anybody wondering, the eyeshadow I was using is from the Clueless palette, as if I got it from Target. So okay, good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. And if you're watching this channel is about an amateur who doesn't know what she's doing, seeing how well she could do anything that the professionals, this is supposed to be quotes, professionals do. So I don't know if this is gonna work. I might just use my hands, because I don't think that this is okay. I don't know. Maybe I needed a dry blender, because it just seems like it's going into the blender. Is it? I know you use a beauty blender for foundation, but I do not know if you use a beauty blender. But I don't think that you would use a brush either. Alright, well. I'm covering up my face as I'm doing this. Alright. Alright, those of you that are professionals, or at least know how to do makeup, look away, because this is, I'm quite certain, not how to do it, but this is how I'm going to do it, because I don't have any brushes out here, if you even use a brush for that. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So this is fresh base with that primer on. I gotta put my glasses on because I can't even see the result. I just see a blur. Okay. Let me look in the mirror. I mean, it doesn't feel sticky, so that's good. Man, I am really pale. This lighting is not doing me any favors, but if I turn down the lighting, it also doesn't do me any favors. But I don't really see that it's, like, I don't know if I really have a lot of redness or any of the other stuff it's supposed to cover. But there you go. That's, it feels fine. Okay, so we'll do lipsticks next. This one is the Dr. Facilier something Facilier. This one. Okay. And they don't have shade names. This just says C on it, so alright. Okay, so now I'm not gonna do like lip liner and all of that stuff because again, not a big beauty person. So this is just gonna be it. It goes on well. I like to use all of it that's on the applicator instead of having to go back and apply more. So I will use the back of the applicator to also put some on my lips, and then just like clean up the edges. Okay, so I don't know if this is really close. This feels really close. It's really pretty. I'm not sure if it's coming off as like when I look in the mirror, it looks quite pink. It is sticky, I will tell you that. It's pretty sticky. I'm seeing about the glitter effect. Supposed to have more glitter when you rub your lips together. So there is glitter, and it does seem like more glitter appears when you rub your lips together, but I don't know if you guys can see the glitter. It's a pretty color though. I do like it. Okay, I'm going to wipe it off now. I might not put any water on that. Ugh, I'm not sure how easily this is going to wipe off either though, because it does look like it sticks, so. Alright, so I did put on some foundation. I used Milani foundation right here. That was not very easy to get off of my lips. It stuck or whatever, so it ended up kind of making my face around my mouth red, so that's why I put foundation on. So I will probably put foundation on after each time I do this, because otherwise you're just gonna get like clown mouth. Okay, so this is the next color. It's also purpley, and has a lot of sparkles in it. It looks like it's about a shade darker than the last one. So ugh, okay. I'm doing a terrible job on this one. This brush feels, oh, whatever, a bit rougher than the other one. So again, not perfect, but it's not lined. Great, I had lipstick on my... Alright, well that's lovely. I had lipstick on my finger, and I just went to get the stick off of the side of my mouth. And I ended up just putting more lipstick on the side of my mouth. So, there's that. Okay, so... Okay. So, I do see the glitter. I don't think it's quite as noticeable as the other one when you could see the glitter. I also don't know if you can see the difference in shade. Oddly enough, to me, it doesn't look as bright, which I guess makes sense. It's a shade darker. It looks like it would be brighter, but oh, that's the wrong one. Where did I put it? All right. Well, I seem to have misplaced it, but but oh, here it is. It's behind my mirror. Okay. Yeah. See, it's like a shade darker, but it looks brighter. So I expected it to be brighter, but it's still really pretty. So. This is this shade. Okay, and this is the last color of, where'd it go? Of the Facilier one. It is like a reddish color with like maybe pink glitter is what it looks like. So we'll see what this one looks like. I have yet to find a red lipstick that looks good on me. Like, oh. I'm gonna have to go back in. I tried to avoid that, but it's not cooperating, so. Now it, oh, dang it, I keep getting it on my finger accidentally, and then when I try to wipe it off, the excess off, I'm using a finger that has it all over it. Okay. Alright, well this one is not a great application, but I feel like I'm gonna take more time trying to fix it just to remove it so it makes no sense. Alright, so it is red. It probably is actually showing up maybe more red on camera than it is in real life. It's red, but it definitely has like a pink like undertone to it, like a magenta type undertone. This one, it's sticky. It's very sticky. But it also, it does give you glitter when you do that. But when I do that, it is also taking off some of the lipstick, which it didn't do on the other ones. Okay, now I gotta remove this real quick. Alright, moving on to the Ursula one. So that one was more pink purple. This one is more, oops, I'm showing the mirror, of an orange red tones. So that's, alright, so I'm gonna try, I'm gonna go lightest to, or you know, like lightest to darkest, I guess. I do the red shades last because they're the hardest to get off. Okay, so the red ones. Alright. Holy moly. This one is very orange. I would also say that this one is very opaque. So, not what I was expecting. Like, in order to get color, I have to use more layers, which I don't normally do. Okay. Oh, just wanna. So this one is orange. I'm not sure it's showing up as, like, it's like a kind of like a tangerine orange or whatever. It's pretty, but it's just a little opaque. So I don't know. It looks slightly more like tinted lip gloss than it does matte lipstick. I look like a weirdo doing this, but I'm just trying to test the glitter. Okay, so I do see the glitter. However, because again it's so opaque, when you do that to get the glitter, you just kind of, I don't know if you could see, but it's like coming off at this point. So this one, I would say you'd probably have to do at least 2 or 3 layers before you could get the color that it's supposed to be with the like pigment that it's supposed to have. But it's pretty, I just don't think it's going on that well. Right, I'm gonna remove it. Okay, the second color is like a dark maroonish type of color, I think. Does everybody start with their bottom lip, or am I just weird? I've never really noticed whether or not people like YouTube beauty gurus put their lipstick on with the bottom lip first, or if they do the top lip, but I have always done the bottom lip and then done the top lip. Okay. So that's like a darker red. It's definitely showing up better than the orange. So this is the color. Oh, wow, this one's very sticky. The glitter is showing up really well, and it does seem to be staying in place, but these lip gloss or lipsticks are very, very sticky. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one. Okay, and the final one of the Ursula collection is this, it's like a bright red one. It doesn't look to have as much orange, but it might have like just the slightest bit of orange in it. But I would say it's just red. It definitely just looks red. Oh wow, that is red. Hair on it. I'm sure it was mine. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get the whole trend of lining your lips so that you don't have this little indent in your lips. So your lip, I get that it's supposed to, I think, make your lips look bigger, or fuller, but I don't understand it. I think it looks like that they did their makeup wrong. But I'm also, again, not a beauty guru, so, you know, I don't keep up with the trends. But so this is that red color. Nope. Sorry, it was too sticky. I tried to lick my lips to get it a little less sticky, but I think you have to do that with dry lips, otherwise it's not going to create the glitter. So in order to get the glitter effect, you just gotta suffer through the stickiness, I think. I can somewhat see the glitter, but again, with this one, when I do that, when I blot my lips like that, to get the glitter, it's coming off of my lips. So probably would need like 2 coats of it. I'm gonna remove that and we'll move on to the Cruella set. Alright, so we have the Cruella one. Oh, there you go. And this one, oops, ripped the thing open. This one I couldn't find in the set, the 3 sets, so I had to buy them all separately. This one is the the nude colors. So it's a nude color with some glitter in it. These are probably the ones that I would be more inclined to wear. I don't wear makeup very often in general. When I do, it's pretty much usually just lipstick. And I do like the more like natural color lipsticks than the bright lipsticks. But every now and then I like to wear like a pink or a purple type of color. I want to wear red, but I typically think that red doesn't look good on me. That could be because my mom hates it and says I look like a clown whenever I wear it, because it's just a bright and a dark color. Like, even if I only wear 1 layer, she's like, why do you look like a clown? So okay. That is also quite opaque. I think that you'd have to build up the coverage. Now, it could be because I've tried on multiple lipsticks at this point that maybe my lips are just not taking it that well. Because it's not going on great. And I don't know if that's just because I've tried on multiple lipsticks or if that's because of the lipstick itself. So this is the nude color. So okay, so now this again could be my lips, so I think I'll switch to the eyeshadow and the eyeliner next, but it's not getting a lot of glitter when I do the blotting thing, and it is pulling off the lipstick all over the place, so that could just be, again, because I've done like 6 lipsticks already, so this will be my 7th. Or it could be the actual lipstick itself. I am not experienced enough to know the difference, but I'm going to take this off. Okay, so I'm going to give my lips a rest and move to the eyeshadow. And let me see, was this the eyeshadow? Yes. Okay, so this was a sparkly purple eyeshadow. And I think this is the only eyeshadow I got. I might have gotten a silver one, but I'm pretty sure that was eyeliner or mascara. But so it has like the same applicator as a lip gloss, but it doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure this is eyeshadow. So we're gonna use it as eyeshadow. So if it's eyeshadow, which I believe it is, it's sparkly, but I don't want to say clumpy, it's creased, I think is the word that they use. So it's okay, so if you can see, it's just like it's patchy. So I don't know that I would be able to use this as like an like a, just to add a little bit of glitter, because it's a liquid eyeshadow, so I don't think that it would blend well with like over an eyeshadow, but it's also not creating a complete layer, like an opaque layer on the eye. So I'm not really sure how you would use this eyeshadow. I would probably recommend skipping it because it's pretty in the tube, but on the eye it just looks blotchy. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Okay, so this is the silver eyeshadow glitter, and It's got the same kind of applicator. This is by, I think it's Oibest. It looks like, Oibest. It looks like Oibest. So we'll try this. I have a feeling it's gonna end up being kind of the same way though. So, yeah. It's glittery. It's certainly glittery. It is still the same. It's patchy. It would work best as like to go over and to add a little sparkle over like a base basically. But I think if you were to do that, because it's a liquid eyeshadow, it would like take off the base eyeshadow. So again, I don't see a great way of making this work unless you like it just blotchy. I mean, it's sparkly enough that maybe people wouldn't notice how blotchy it is unless they were up close. That's pretty much what I can say about that eyeshadow. I'm gonna take it off now. Alright. The eyeshadows are coming off a lot easier than the lipsticks, so that is a plus. There's still a little bit of glitter on my eyelid, but anytime that you use glitter anything, it's going to leave glitter behind. So this is a silver eye pencil. Oh, okay. So we'll see. Oop. Now again, I am not a professional. I don't do like fancy stuff like wings. I can try, but it doesn't work very well. But it goes on well and it shows up well. So I would say this is a good eyeliner. I have a little, like, I don't know if it's a sty or just a little bump, but it's so annoying when I put eyeliner on because there's just a little teeny bump there that always gets in the way. So this one, what is it? Davis Waterproof Protection Lip and Eyeliner Pencil. Well, I don't know. I mean, good for you, whoever has the confidence to use a silver lip liner. That is not me. Maybe if I was like the Tin Man for Halloween or something, but aside from that, I couldn't do it. Okay, let's do this one next, and I'll just do the other eye and then remove them. Okay, so this one is the Handayan Waterproof Cream Gel Eyeliner, or Gel Liner 19 seems to be the color. It looks teal. It's another pencil eyeliner, but this one you can roll up. Okay, so this one is thinner than the silver one, and I would say that it feels sharper, but it works. It did go on well, and you can see it. So it's still, I would say, still a good eyeliner, but it feels like I had to pull a little bit more, like it was pulling my eye a little bit more. This one was much more, the silver one was smoother. So if you're putting this on over eyeshadow, it might like pull at the eyeshadow. I'm not sure, but I felt it against when I had my eyes closed, I could feel it against my eyeball more than I did with the silver one, which was just a much more smooth application. Alright, I'm gonna remove these and be back for more. Okay, next one is this purple one, and it is number 17 waterproof cream gel liner. Okay, so the other two came off very, very easily, and I just used water and towel. So I'm not quite sure these are waterproof, but I did use water and a towel, so maybe that made a difference. Oh, it's the pencil. Same as the last one. That's okay. Alright, so that one didn't feel quite as rough as the teal one. And this is what it turned out to be. Alright, well, update about the magnet from Temu that has the measurements on it. It just fell off my fridge. So, it's been on there for like a half an hour. So I will try to re-stick it to the magnets and see if maybe I just didn't put the magnet backs on hard enough. But this is the color. I really like the color. I just kind of wish it was more pigmented. But I think if I went over it a couple of times, then, you know, it would be more pigmented. Okay. This one is, nope, that's mascara. I'll put that one on last. This one is eyeliner. Okay. And then these last two are liquid eyeliners. I should have opened, I hate opening these things. I should have opened this off camera, but we're here already. So now I don't understand. Okay, so this is the thing. I do not understand why the lid is so tall when there's this much product inside. Like, I mean, that's not really fooling anybody. We can see how much product is inside. Just because it's long doesn't mean that that's all the product. See, that's where the product ends. This is the wand. Alright, let's see. It goes on well. It's a very it's a very, very thin layer. Like, oops, dang it. Oh, it's above. Oh, okay. I am having difficulty trying to, like, thicken out the layer and make it even. So, I think I'd have to work with this one a little bit more. But, I think I like the other purple better. This one is actually starting to bleed onto the bottom. You probably can't see it, but bleed onto the bottom of my, like, you see? Onto the bottom there. So it is not staying. Alright. Oh, there it is. How many of these do I have? Okay. So that is the purple ones. One is the gel eyeliner, one is the liquid eyeliner. That's what they look like. I'm gonna take them off now. Okay. And then the last eyeliner is another liquid eyeliner, the Hyundaian Long Lasting Professional. It's hot pink. We shall see how well it applies. Okay, this one I would recommend if you are not great at like building your eyeliner. I don't know that I would recommend these because this one is actually going on very streaky. And it's very hard for me to avoid my eyelashes. Okay, so here you go. This one, yeah, this one is not going on even, and it's getting on my eyelashes. So I would say these type of eyeliners, for me at least, they don't work as well. They're too thin, and I don't have the skill to build that up and make the line thicker and still keep it even. And I also don't seem to have the skill to avoid putting it on my eyelashes. So there's my review of those eyeliners, and I will be back once I get this off. Okay, and the last thing I have for my eyes, and then I still have a couple more lipsticks that I need to do, but the last thing I have for my eyes is the glitter mascara. It is Nice Face, and I don't think that it has a color, but it's just silver glitter. So this is the applicator. Just looks like a normal one. Not sure how much glitter is actually going to, because it looks like a lot of the actual glitter is just getting in between those bristles, but we'll see. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna put it on both eyes, and then I'll show you, and also put my glasses on so that I can see if it, you know, noticeable from farther away, because I can see it in the mirror, and I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I'm trying to get more glitter off of it, but it's like, nah, that's all you're getting. It feels like the other side got more glittery than this side. So let me just redo. And I'm not even going to attempt to do the bottom eyelashes. I never do my bottom eyelashes because I just end up with it all over my face. Okay, so here are the eyelashes. Can you see the glitter? I can see the glitter up close. When I have my glasses on, I cannot see the glitter like at all. I think most of the glitter ends up on the underneath part of the lashes instead of the top part of the lashes. It's very difficult to see, but like up close I can see the glitter. I don't know if that helps. Okay. Finishing up the lipstick. This is shade number 2 of the Corella collection. It's the one that's the nude colors. It's liquid lip matte, I think. Matte lip gloss sets. Can't talk. This one is like a pink nude. I don't know, like maybe a salmonish color, salmon color, whatever. Salmonish isn't really a word. All right. These are the colors that I would use more often. Okay, so, oops, that one applied easily. It is more even. It's not blotchy. This is a color that I would wear most often. It's just like a nude pink color. I don't know if that helps you or not. So that's the color. It is getting the glitter. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but it is getting the glitter. Okay, I'm gonna take this off now. Alright, this is shade 3 of the Cruella collection, and it is, I don't know, it's a pink. It's pink. It doesn't really look like a nude to me, but it's pink. So we'll try that on. Okay, so that's a terrible application, but this is the pink. It is bright. It actually, in the mirror at least, looks like it has, like it's kind of like a, it's pink, but it looks like it has a red tone, if that makes sense. So that's what it looks like. I can see the glitter. It's not coming out as much. I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but I can see it. I think it's a color I would wear, but it just depended on if I wanted like a bold lip, because it's quite, like, it's bright. Not as bright as the other ones that were like, you know, hot pink or whatever. This one, but it's still pretty bright for me. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. Okay, that one was quite difficult to remove. It did not want to come off my lips. Okay, up next we have these with the girls on them. I have 2 of these and the lip stain, and that will be all of the products. This is shade 4. It's the one that looks quite orange and surprised me. They're glitter, long-lasting, waterproof lip gloss. Okay, now this actually does look like a lip gloss. It's slightly opaque. Or not slightly, it's opaque. You can see the orange color, but it's not super pigmented because obviously it's lip gloss. Those other lip glosses seem to be more like matte lipsticks or liquid lipsticks or whatever, because they were much more pigmented. This looks like an actual lip gloss. So the color, and it's number 4 for anybody that likes this. Actually, I think it looks really good, and that's probably why I ordered it, because it didn't look orange in the, like, when you, on the pictures online, when you see like the mouse with the different colors on them, it didn't look orange. So, and I don't think it, I mean, it definitely does look orange, but I don't think it looks bad, so that's good. Alright, taking this off now. Okay, so like the glitter is impossible to remove, but this one is number 9. Yeah, looks like number 9. So I was trying to figure out if it was number 9 or number 6, but I think it looks like number 9. And, ooh, this one is like a dusty pink, dusty rose type of glitter color. So they go on smooth. I swear there's a hair. Doesn't have, it does have a slight smell to it. I didn't notice it on the other one. I noticed it on this one. It's not like a vanilla scent or anything pleasant like that. It does smell, I wouldn't say chemically, but it just maybe just smells like lipstick. So that's this one. I mean, they're pretty, so I would probably wear them on days that, like, I just want a little bit of lip gloss, don't want any lipstick. But they also probably would make good cover-ups. They're sparkly, which is nice, because obviously I wanted the sparkle. I think I prefer the orange one to this one, but my lips are pretty red at this point. So this might look different, you know, in a couple days or whatever, when my lips are not quite as raw. I don't know if they're raw, but they're just a little sore. Okay, I'm going to take this one off and put the lip tint on. Alright, and the last item is this lip stain that looks like a wine bottle. I don't know if this is a color, but it says dare to dream, dare to pursue. Wine lip tint. Oh, never mind. It is CR01, Rose Coral. So, this is a lip tint. I've never used a lip tint before, so I don't really know how this is going to look. Oh my god, that is very brighter than I probably thought it was going to be, and it is very liquidy. Like, it's definitely not like a lip gloss. It feels like I'm putting essentially red water on my lips. So, it's a strange applicator. I don't know if you could see that. It's like bent. That's different. Cool looking bottle though. And it's funny because I don't drink. I don't like the taste of alcohol. Got nothing against drinking in general. I just don't like the taste of alcohol. So it's funny that I have lipstick that looks like wine, but this is color. It is sticky. I don't know if that's normal for lip tints, but it is sticky. It's probably drying though. There is the color. A lot of these colors look alike, at least on me. I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of them do look like they're pretty much the same color, like maybe like a shade darker or lighter. But I guess I have a preference, which is, or at least would like to have a preference. I think I went more red with some of these things because I want to be able to wear red lipstick. I don't know if I can. Okay, so that is all of the Temu makeup that I got. This is what the colors look like on me. I cannot say this is what the colors will look like on you. Also, you know, different lighting would probably make it look different, but if I plug that in, it's just going to create a light behind me, and I can't put it anywhere else because the outlets don't work over there. So this is the lighting that I have, so we're just stuck with it. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more videos, hit that subscribe button. And I will continue to try new stuff. So just keep an eye out for new videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.